Here are my top 5 clubs to rebuild in FM23. First up on the list, we have Parma in Serie B. They have been relegated the previous season and they are an absolute massive team in Italy with a lot of history. They've had legends like Hernan Crespo, Fabio Cannavaro, and Arrigo Sacchi managing them. Can you take them back to the big time? Let's have a look at their facilities. They've got excellent training facilities and good youth facilities straight off the bat, which is going to lead you to developing wonder kids really well. You will need to increase their academy coaching and their youth recruitment to get better wonder kids through the academy. Now let's take a look at the squad. They've got some absolute top ballers in there. They've got goalkeeping legend Gigi Buffon at 44 years old. He's still a class goalkeeper at this level. He'll do a job for a year or two, and he's absolutely class. Their other ballers that they've got are Botan Bilal. I've definitely butchered that young kid's name, but he's an absolute top quality centre-back on the game. Hungarian international with a lot of potential. In the forward line, they've also got some great players as well. Dennis Mann, one of Romania's best players at the moment, 23 years old, 14 caps, 4 goals, got some decent stats and normally develops into a very good Serie A player. Roberto Inglese is very good at Serie B level, and you'll need to replace him going into Serie A, but he will do a job for you for the first season. My second pick is Deportivo La Coruna. What a team they were in the early 2000s with legends like Juan Carlos Valerón, Diego Tristan, Daujmina. They've had some quality players, Roy Mackay as well. They find themselves in the 3rd division in Spain. It's been absolutely a big fall from grace. They've got a massive stadium at 34,000 with a good season ticket base. Could they be a club that you take all the way back to the Champions League and top of Spanish football? Let's have a look at the facilities that they have right off the bat. They've got good training facilities, good youth facilities, good academy coaching, and above average youth recruitment, which is a very good start at that level and will help you bring in those young kids that can push you through right to the top of La Liga. Their squad is fairly decent for the 3rd level of Spanish football. They do have one standout player, which is Trilli. He can turn into one of the best right backs on the game, so definitely keep him, play him, develop him. You can sell him on for a big fee, or he could be a mainstay in your club. The rest of the team is fairly average for this level, so they'll do a job in the first season, but you'll definitely need to build on if you want to push towards Champions League and La Liga. My next pick is Sheffield Wednesday in Sky Bet League One, a big team from the 90s. They were in FA Cup finals and regulars in the Premier League, but they've fallen from grace over the years and dropped down to the English League One, a level below their fierce rivals Sheffield United. Let's take a look at their facilities that they offer you from the start. They've got average corporate facilities, average training, average youth, adequate coaching, and above average youth recruitment. So there's a lot of improvements to be made there once you start pushing up the leagues and getting some more money into the team. Now their squad is fairly good for League One level. They've got some decent players. They've got players like Barry Bannon, who is one of the best players at this level. As you can see, he's been at Sheffield Wednesday for a long time. He's an absolute legend for them. He scores bangers. Scored 20 goals in 283 appearances. He'll be a mainstay in your team as you push up the leagues. They've also got Liam Palmer as well, another very good all-round defender for this level, another Scotland international who can definitely play at championship level. And they've also got son of a legend, Josh Windass, son of legendary Hull striker Dean Windass. He will do a job in League One, maybe decent in the Championship, but they've got a decent starting base for you to start pushing up the leagues. My 4th pick is French League 2 side Bordeaux. They've had absolute icons play for this team. They've had Zinedine Zidane and Jean Tigana playing for them, Zidane being the biggest player that's played for them, and players like Marouane Chamakh over the years have been very impressive for Bordeaux. They've fallen from grace over the years. They got relegated last season. Can you bounce them straight back up to Liga? They've offered some good training facilities, excellent youth facilities, adequate academy coaching, and above average youth recruitment. They've got a good stadium. They're a big name. They fill out the ground. Can you take them back to Liga and beyond? Looking at their team, they've got some decent players in there. They've got players that are very good for League Two level. The standout one for me is Josh Maja. He's a cut above this level. He can play in Liga, and he's a very young Nigerian striker, 23 years old. He's got some decent stats. Can you build a team around him in this second division to push you on towards Liga and beyond? My final pick is 1816 Munich, the smaller brother to bigger brother in Bayern Munich. Can you take them all the way up to the Bundesliga and replace Bayern Munich as the biggest and best team in Germany? Looking at their facilities, they've got good youth facilities, good training facilities, adequate academy coaching, average youth recruitment. So they're going to be decent at this level. They've got a 15,000 capacity stadium, which is big in the third tier in Germany. Can you push them up to the Bundesliga? Let's take a look at the squad that you get in the first start of the season, and it's a fairly average squad here. There isn't really much that stands out, to be perfectly honest with you. You're going to need to build this club up from the bottom, but we'll take a look at their most valuable player. That is Leandro Mogala. He looks absolutely class for them. He's got good transfer value, only 17 years of age, so he could be one that you could sell on for a profit and use that money to build a club around. Let me know in the comments below how you get on with any of these clubs, or if there's any other clubs you recommend for a big rebuild.